Welcome back to Beneath the Surface podcast, episode 10 with me, Jamie Marie. So, I want to start out again by saying that I am not an expert on any of this. I am just a middle aged girl, woman, trying to just raise my vibration and live the life that God intended me to live. That's it. That's all. But they don't teach us this kind of stuff. Growing up, they don't. They want us to conform. I'm not talking about our parents. I'm talking about the school systems and all the things are that shape us when we're younger. So when I say this, I'm talking about the social norms that shape the people in the United States pretty much. So whatever it is, there's some good things and there's some bad things. I don't know. I'm just saying what resonates with me. And what resonates with me is doing what's right, being kind, showing love. So I'm on that journey to shed those social norms and discover who I am at my core. You want to join me? Because I'm not the only one. I am not the only one who's been programmed. So join me. Let's see what we can find out. I gather this information from all kinds of things. But the main source is the Emotion Code by Bradley Nelson. Bradley Nelson, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have changed my life, and I intend on changing others' lives. I feel like God has put it in my heart to spread the word, to spread the word. And that's what I'm doing. And now we're on week 10. Yeah, I did skip a week during Christmas. Other than that, yes. Yeah. Okay, so uh, today we're going to talk about taking up space. I always felt like others should take up space and I'll help them, but not me. But guess what? Things have changed. They have changed. So today we're going to talk about the fear of getting what you want. And I want wealth and I want to travel. But used to when I think of this, my heart would race and when it would get too close and I'd sabotage it. I don't know. Sabotage it. But this is the fear of taking up space. That's what it is. We got to work on this. I know I'm not the only one on this either. I've been a teacher for 18 years, mostly kindergarten. So, yes, I'm a bit crazy. Well, see, I was pregnant with my daughter whenever my first year of teaching, and it was rough. And she is almost 18 in April. So, yeah, talk about feeling old. And I'm 47. So, if you're used to doing more with less, well, being a teacher, if you're a teacher, you are used to doing more with less. Then lack feels familiar. Think about it. And then familiarity feels safe. When I dream of like $120,000, my body, it just kind of seems like there's just flags. Like there's no way. I worry about being judged. And guess what? This is just an old survival habit. Does anyone else relate to this? So, I've been working on releasing emotions in relation to lack, and they just are endless. They just keep coming and coming and coming, and I keep releasing and releasing and releasing. And my goal is to maybe just not trap more. So, I am releasing them. So, I'm hoping that I'm not trapping more as I'm releasing. So, in order to do that, you've got to learn how to process those emotions sit with them, get to the root of it, not even the root of it, but kind of understand where it's coming from. Honestly, go to YouTube, type in Emotion Code by Bradley Nelson. He has a whole book on there. You can listen to it for free. Now, if you're anything like me, you're going to need to go buy the whole book because you're going to want to mark it up. And so that's what I did. And I got it. It's in my TikTok shop if you want to get it there, but it's really on Amazon. It's everywhere, everywhere. And then his emotion code website is called discoverhealing.com. All kinds of resources on there. It is amazing. Um, Now I am not on the website when it lists the practitioners on there because you have to pay an extra fee. Even after you get certified, if you want to be listed on his emotion code website, you got to pay for it. And I did that for a couple of years and didn't get any leads. So why? Why would I pay for it? So that's why that's not there. But I do have my little badge and all that. So I am certified. But that's that. Now, I release those emotions that are related to lack, but I also have emotions that are definitely related to addiction because I always wanted to change who I was. I didn't like who I was. I was shy, I was scared. And in order to put on a strong front, it was much easier to be high or drunk or something. And now, and even if it's a legal drug, like being drunk, that's legal. Kratom, that's legal, but I'm trying to get myself away from that. So again, I'm releasing trapped emotions in relation to addiction. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. I mean, that Kratom 7-OH, it's no joke, and it grabs you, and you cannot let go. I mean, you can't get rid of it. It is what is it? It attaches to the opioid receptors. I mean, we all know how addicting pain pills can be, so it's basically like that. Okay, so struggle can be addiction. So if you think you must be exhausted to be productive, like if you're productive, then you're exhausted. Or to earn your keep, you're going to be stressed because you're constantly trying to figure out how to earn your keep. It's like when people would walk in the room, I would jump up and try to, before they saw me, and try to look like I'm doing laundry or something because I shouldn't just be sitting there. How dare you just sit there and do nothing? Who do you think you are? That's really what would go through my head. Please tell me I'm not alone in this. I don't know if I've ever met anyone that's admitted to me that they do the same thing, but that is truly what would go through my head. So God did not put us here to suffer like that. That is suffering. He put us here to thrive. And in order to thrive, we got to be who He made us. We got to shed that stuff and be who He designed us to be. And that's why I don't know, I just chose the name Helper by Design as my company's name because I feel like he designed me to be a helper. Not everyone, I believe, is designed to be a helper. People are designed differently for different reasons. One thing I am tapping into is the human design. Is that what's called? Yeah, human design. Look into that because if you want to know how people think, or even how your kids think, or anything like that, their thought process, or their line, like what they're designed to be, human design, look into that. It's all in the internet also. So, he put us here to thrive. And, it's crazy the timing that all this is playing out. It truly, truly is because I'm gonna be an empty nester come May. My daughter's a senior. She's gonna go to college and probably on a track scholarship. And so I'm flipping the script as soon as the script was getting flipped, pretty much. So, and then at the same time, I ended up getting married to a guy that I went to high school with. And when my daughter graduates, I'll be with him and we want to go travel in an RV. We're gonna be, putting our home in Florida up on Airbnb. And guys, it's gonna be the neatest little setup, and we're gonna do military discounts. Right now it's getting remodeled, not extensively, but he is a, disabled veteran, so he hasn't been able to do upkeep and things like that. So we're getting back in order, and it's gonna be so neat. There's a beautiful pool. It's 45 minutes from the ocean. It's by Pensacola, so there's tons of shopping and things to do. There'll be a game room. I'm hoping to have a sound room there. Of course, there's gonna be a little crochet corner. I mean, come on, gotta have a yarn corner there, because I can't handle it. I gotta have yarn all the time. And so I have yarn in excess at my house. Might as well put it there. I'm looking for my mouse, is what I'm digging for. Okay, so having said that, this new life, it's gonna require a new version of Jamie. And that version is gonna take up space. Not feel bad about it. I think I'm gonna start crying just thinking about what that will be like. So, one thing that we've been conditioned to do is hide our tears. And that's what I was doing just now. And I've decided to stop hiding my tears. And these aren't even sad tears, these are tears of relief. And that's what I feel when I think about the new me. I feel relief. Relief. So I'm going to leave the tired teacher behind. Because you know, your fascia holds the memory of staying small. You got to release it. And the way you do that is you got to locate it on that chart of Bradley Nelson's and then get any old magnets. And then you do it 3 times, unless it's generational, over the governing meridian line. Normally, I would have paused the camera, dried up the tears, sucked it up, and then moved on. But that wouldn't be true to who I'm trying to be, to who Jamie is at the core. And I am a crier, let me tell you, I can pull some tears. So we must clear those memories, those limiting beliefs. We got to get rid of them. And we need to be able to carry our blessings, not our baggage. Because we walk with style and grace. God put us in this place, but it's not a race. Because I'm in the right place. Wow. And that's what I play in my head on repeat if I have nothing else going on. Because I'm tired of playing that broken record of lack. Not anymore. Success is not limited. If you have more, they don't have less. Wealth gives you resources to help others. Oh, I'm so excited to do that. So, the last job, the last teaching job I will ever have, those kids are foster kids with trauma, extreme trauma, so much trauma that they could not handle public school system. Or wait, let me say, the public school system couldn't handle them. So, yes, I work for a public school system, but they are contracted with the foster home. So only those kids go there. Yes. So I just want to show others how to recreate their lives, kind of like a success map, like mapping success. I don't, something like that. So let's do the alignment check. Place your hand on your heart and say these words: I am allowed to be wealthy. I am allowed to be free. I'm allowed to be happy. Does any of that turn your stomach, make you feel any kind of way? If so, then that's a trapped emotion. Well, let's just do this. On the governing meridian line, we're gonna if you're on audio, we're just putting our hand over basically the front of our face, over our top of our head to the back of the head. We're just gonna do it 3 times or do it sometimes I just go like this and say, "Just release it. Just release the lack. Release it." And just go over and over and over because you know why? You and we deserve to take up space. I don't care what anyone else says. Keep that in mind. So, the Florida version of me is already real. My nervous system, well, it's catching up. I still have a lot of work to do, a lot of work to do, but everything is okay because God paved the way. Everything is okay. God paved the way. The takeaway to this podcast is success is not a threat. It is your natural state of alignment. Choose God, breathe in His light, breathe it in. When you are stressed, overwhelmed, breathe in God's light and say it. I breathe in the light of God. I breathe in the light of God. It makes me feel better. And I've decided to end this podcast with an actual live, well, this isn't live. Okay. With an actual emotion code session on myself. Just a quick locate and release session, nothing digging into anything crazy. I like to use dowsing rods or a pendulum because I'm not great at muscle testing yet, but I'll get there. I practice the sway test every night. Basically, when I'm brushing my teeth and stuff, I ask questions, and if the answer is yes, you should sway forward. If the answer is no, you should sway back, and just going from there. Okay, I'd like to connect with the divine, God, all my angels. I send love and gratitude and healing. Okay. Do I have any trapped emotions? Yes. Do I have a heart wall? Yes. Is my addiction related to the emotions around my heart wall or that make up my heart wall? Yes, it is. Okay. A, yes. Even, yes. 2A, yes. Is it anxiety? Okay. So this is a heart wall emotion? Yes. And it's also causing the anxiety? Yes. And I mean addiction. Okay. It's magnet. Okay, so I release anxiety. It doesn't serve me anymore. I release it. Okay. A, no. Even, yes. To be, failure, no. Helplessness, yes. I release helplessness. It doesn't serve me anymore. I release it. Was that in relation to addiction? Was it also a heart wall emotion? Okay. A, yes. Even, yes. 2A, yes. Anxiety, another anxiety. And if you have rods or a pendulum and they're not really working that great, just drink a lot of water. You've got to be hydrated. Okay, A, yes. Even, yes. 2A, anxiety, no. Despair, despair. Guys, this makes me feel so much lighter when I get done. It's crazy. A, no. Even, yes. Okay, 2A. Wait, A. Okay, 2B. Failure, no. Helplessness, yes. So these are all and the spleen or stomach most of the time is what they discovered. And this is scientifically proven. Like, you know how they have EKGs and that measures the energy on your heart, whatever. I don't know. It measures something like that. And anyway, this other device measures the energy, the other energy, this energy that we're talking about. A, no, even, yes. To be, yeah. Failure, no. Helplessness, yes. A lot of helplessness. And that goes so, I mean, think about it. If you're an addict, you feel helpless. And you probably became an addict because you felt helpless. How else are you going to feel like you can change something as if, yeah, I mean, covered up, covered up with drugs. A, no. Even, yes. 2A, failure, failure. And I'm not just talking about like even heck, 15, I think I started getting plastered drunk. I never was into cigarettes, but I've tried everything but heroin. So I just didn't want to be me. Did not want to be me. I wanted to be an outgoing cheerleader. That's what I was. Okay. Any more in relation to addiction? Yes. Do I have about 10 more in relation? 30 more? More than 30? Well, let's get busy. A, no. Even, yes. To be, yes. Is it failure? It seems to like pull the stress out, at least for a little bit. Okay. A, even. 2A, anxiety, despair. So it is anxiety. When I'm getting lots of like yeses, I double check it by asking another one that should be no. And then just to make sure we're not just doing all yes. And it usually tells me, what it's usually pretty accurate. Okay, A, no, even, yes. My nose is just itching. A, no, even, yes. Okay. Um, 2B, okay. Failure. And then when I start hitting on one, like we've done failure, so I'm gonna just ask, is it failure? Is it failure? So a lot of times it'll be numerous times in a row. Okay. Is it failure? Let this left hand do some work. I love these little ones, but they definitely are for smaller hands. My other ones are way bigger. And look, this is my granny's mother's ring. And it's basically a chakra ring because she had so many dang kids. A, no. Even, yes. Is it 2B? Yes. Is it failure? Okay, well, I am going to end it right there and sign off for the day. And thank you so much for joining me. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do TikTok lives. It's mainly talking about emotion code, answering questions, and it's at 6:30 Central Time. So join me sometime.